Hi everyone, it's Don Bauer here. Here's another video about flash. Well, it's in reply to an email I got from someone, a guy called Dwayne. He says, "Hi Dom, I wanted to comment on how much I've been enjoying your YouTube videos. I found them a few days ago and spent a long time, blah 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 blah. Thanks Dwayne, I'm glad you've been looking through them all." There's about 200 videos now, so you're going to have a long time looking through it all. And anyway, his question is, one thing I did wonder though, why off-camera flashes instead of studio flashes? Every pro shoot I watched you always use off-camera flashes. I think what he's meaning is my speedlights rather than off-camera flash. Off-camera flash is how you use your speedlights, not a type of flash. So you have studio lights, or you have speedlights, you have mono lights and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so what he's asking is, why do I use my flashes, my Nikon SB800, SB900 instead of big studio flashes? Well, there's loads of reasons why I'd rather use my Nikon speedlights compared to studio flashes. First thing to be aware of is the price. They're not cheap, okay? The SB900 is around about £330. You can buy a whole studio kit for that amount. You can buy like two-headed 200-watt kit with umbrellas and stands and everything. But I wouldn't do that because taking it everywhere is an absolute nightmare. But with normal speedlights, then everything's a lot easier. For example, in my little camera bag here, I've got 3 flashes already packed in. So I'll open up the bag. Okay, so that's the bag there. You can see you've got camera 1, camera 2, lens, and all this stuff. But this is where I've managed to shove 3 flashes just in one side of my bag. So I've got SB900, SB900 number 2, and SB800 sorted. So first thing about using speedlights is that they're small, they're compact, you can shove them in your camera bag. 2, because they're small, they're light. So for example, look, wait, no worry, there's no danger of me dropping it, and if I do, let's try that again. Whoa. Yeah. Anyway, so you can have them on your back, you can go hiking with them and they're not going to be too difficult. Second thing, they use batteries, and it's really simple batteries. It's AA. So you just open it up and your 4 batteries go in there. Now if you look in the camera bag again, what you notice is over here I've got the flash stand, so that's for the SB800, then I've got the SB900 again, and then I've got all the batteries for the flashes in the flash diffusers. Flash diffuser number 2, and final diffuser there. And 1 battery's escaped. So there, I've got all the batteries ready. I could have had them in my flashes, but I didn't. Okay, so the next thing, that's me shoved the batteries into this, so I can turn it on now. And that's on. Okay, a speedlight has so many more functions than a studio light. First of all, okay, one thing it doesn't have is a modelling light, as in it doesn't have a continuous light being something like that, where you can get an idea of the shadows. So like, there you can see shadows, there are different shadows, there are different shadows. But so you can't do that, so you're a little bit blind whenever you're taking the photos with the flash. But if you're using digital, take a photo, look at the photo, go change it and sort it. So you don't really need to worry about that kind of thing. The other thing is you can do repeated flash on this. For example, it's on repeated just now. So that's just done 10 at 4 Hz kind of thing, and at 1/8 of a power. So that's quite blinding, and I actually can't see out of this eye just now. The other thing that you can do with this, which you can't do with studio lights, is a zoom function. At the moment I've got it at 200mm zoom, so that makes kind of, on the wall it'd be a smaller circle than when it's at like 14mm. Snowboarding photos, I use that at 200mm to try and get it of the shots of the snowboarder jumping through the air and not get too much on the ground. Also, it's come in handy when using some more kind of fashion photos, where I can actively put in a vignette by putting this on a zoom of 200, shooting it through an umbrella. What happens is you get a stronger brightness in the middle, but you still get the smoothness and the softness of the effect of the umbrella softening the light onto the person's face. So that's something which is pretty cool, how you can zoom in while doing this. Next thing is that these things are hard as. Like, for example, this one, I only bought it a while ago and I was a bit accidental with it, as in I had it on a big stand doing a vampire photo, and it was a little bit windy and it fell off the stand, and I went ooh, and the stand was probably about that height, so 6, 7, 8 feet high, and it landed on the concrete ground. And you can see there's a little bit of scratches there, and there's a little bit something, I mean, you can't really see it, but there's a little bit kind of like specks on the back of the LCD screen. But flash still works absolutely perfectly. It's hard as nails because you don't have the glass bit on the front, so you've got this kind of plastic bit, and when you take that off, you've still got quite a big bit until you actually get down to the element of the actual light that's making the light. That's another thing why I thought they were quite good. And because they're on batteries, means that if you run out of power, A, you don't need to bring a big ass generator with you to do it, or have plugs going for miles and miles all around buildings. For example, the other shoot I did where we're doing this derelict building, the only plug source was about, in fact it was 40 meters away, because that was the exact length of my extension cable that I had. The extension cable was working for my smoke machine and for a different type of light which I had there, but I wouldn't have been able to do that and have 2 flashes coming out of it as well. So that's where having it on battery is brilliant. The next thing is the recycling time. A friend of mine also bought some major studio lights, which were about 300 watts per light, I think. And whenever I was using these on location in the Dragonfly bar shoot, she was really impressed with how quickly these were able to reload or recycle or recharge. So this is at full power, and then it's able to go again, and again, and again, and again. So it's roughly about 2.5, maybe 3 seconds for a full blast. Okay, in this it may only be around about 70, 80, 90 watt seconds. But if you've got 2 flashes or 3 flashes, and that's, you know, making it more and more and more. And if you're doing it in a confined area where you don't really need 300 watts, I don't know anybody that really uses their studio lights on full power. So you can get the kind of same effect with these speedlights off camera. For me, I don't think I'd ever really bother with getting studio lighting because A, it's expensive, because also whenever you're getting the modifiers for those, then like a beauty dish or a softbox or all that, it just gets really expensive. You're having to spend a lot more money. So for me, speedlights all the way for absolutely all my fashion, glamour, weddings, portraits, everything that I can really use a flash for. So far I haven't come across a situation where I thought I need studio lights or I need more power. I've found situations where I need more flashes but not more power, because I think the SP900 and SP800 are doing a perfectly great job as they already are. And with their zoom function, their lightness, their portability, they just triumph over studio lights every time. Maybe if I move into a studio and I start doing proper studio photography, then maybe I'd be wanting that, but at the moment there's no need. Anyway, I hope that's answered your question, Dwayne, of why I use speedlights, not studio lights. See you later, bye.